Hello, today's practice is going to be standing poses working towards back bends. Remember, back bending is about backward extension, so we're trying to bring length and strength to our spine. Okay, I want you to bear that in mind the whole way through the practice. All right, so I'd like you to bring your feet together, center yourselves on your mat, and just take a few moments to stand in a good Tadasana. So roll your shoulder blades deep into the back. Stretch your arms down either side of the body, lift up your kneecaps, make the thighs firm. Now compare the left and the right foot and get the weight even in both. Draw the legs up, take the tailbone down, and lift up through the spine. So start to bring an awareness to the length of your spine and make the crown of the head move away from the tailbone. So we're trying to extend the spine more and more. Take some breaths. Bring your hands to prayer position. Press the palms together and gently close the eyes. Relax through the shoulders. Keep the legs firm. Keep the weight back into the heels. Take 3 deep, clear inhalations to bring yourself into the moment. Pay your respects to your body, to your teachers, to your teachers' teachers. On your next exhalation, bow your head. Gently open the eyes. Inhaling, raise the face. Release the arms. Lift through the chest. Interlace the fingers, push your palms away. Squeeze the elbows towards each other and raise the arms up. Stretch up. Keep the kneecaps lifted. Suck the shoulders down, squeeze the elbows in. Exhale, lower the arms. Change the interlace, so you're moving the other baby finger to the bottom. Should feel like you're holding hands with someone else. Push the palms away, squeeze the elbows, raise the arms up. Legs firm, spread through the toes. Suck the shoulders away from the ears and squeeze the elbows in. Lower the arms. Lift through the chest. Inhale. Take the arms up and out to the side. Stretch up. Bring the weight back into the heels. Lower the arms. Stand tall. You're going to swing the arms up. We're going to do a pose called Utkatasana. Inhaling, raise the arms up, stretch up. Lift, exhaling, bend the knees, come down into Utkatasana. So again, keep the tailbone tucking down just a little so that the waist feels long, both front and back. There's no shortening in the lower back. Stretch through to the fingers. Bring the weight back into the heels. Grip the legs together. Inhaling, raise the arms up, straighten the legs. Exhaling, lower the arms. I'm going to spin sideways to show you it from the side. Bring the weight back into the heels. With an inhale, raise the arms up, stretch up. Exhaling, bend the knees. Sit in the pose. Raise the face, look up to the space between the hands. Challenge your arms, bring them back as much as you possibly can, and sit deep into the pose, so the bottom is going down as much as it can as well. And then you're extending from the arms through to the tailbone, tailbone back through to the arms. Legs firm. Inhaling, come up. Exhaling, lower the arms. We're going to do it one more time. Lift through the chest, take some breaths. Inhaling, raise the arms up. Exhaling, bend the knees. Utkatasana. Look up to the space between the hands. Palms soft. Arms firm, so the elbows are hitting in. Inhale, come up, straighten the legs. Exhale, lower the arms. Lift through the chest. Warrior two. Jump the legs 4.5 to 5 feet apart. Stretch out. Make space between your hands. Press down into the feet so they're really firm. Lift up through the kneecaps and lift the chest. Turn the left toes in a little and turn the whole of the right leg out to 90 degrees. Drop the shoulders, extend the arms, keeping the head in line with the tailbone. Exhale, bend the leg. So you're bending your right leg, pressing the left foot into the floor really strongly. Sit deep into the pose so the front thigh is square, and then turn the head, look along your right arm. Stretch out through the left arm. Keep both sides of the trunk even. Breathe. Press a little toe side down in that left foot. Inhaling, come up. Straighten through your right leg. Bring the feet to face forwards. Lift the chest. Turn the right toes in a little. Turn the whole of the left leg out to 90 degrees. Keeping the head in line with the tailbone, bend the left leg. Down so it becomes a square with the floor, with the shin. Turn the head, look along your left arm. Stretch out from the sternum right through to the fingers. Extend from the tailbone through to the front leg, from the tailbone through to the back leg. Pounding the heels down, stamping into the heels, keeping the legs firm. Inhale, come up, straighten through the leg. Bring the feet to face forwards. Bring the arms towards the center and then jump the legs together. Stand tall. Lift the chest. Raise the arms. Jump the legs apart. Same pose. Warrior two. Lift the chest. Left foot in, right leg out. As you bend your right leg, make sure that the right leg stays in line with the ankle. So it shouldn't be moving towards me, okay? Drop the shoulders. Look along your right arm. Stretch out, open the chest. So this is a warrior pose. You should feel firm and strong in it. And if you don't yet, keep practicing it. You will feel firm and strong eventually. Extend out through to your fingers. Spread the palms, but then soften them a little. Make the back leg work really strong. Stretch into the heel of that back foot. Lift the kneecap so the leg becomes straight. Inhale, come up. Bring the feet to face forwards. Stretch out the arms again, lift the chest. Turn the right toes in a little and the whole of the left leg out to 90 degrees. Turn the head and bend the leg. The knee stays over the ankle. Don't let it overshoot the ankle. Heel down, back foot. Spread the toes to the back foot. Don't let the toes grip the floor. Lift the chest. Long arms. Strong front leg, strong back leg. Inhale, straighten your left leg. Bring the feet to face forwards. Jump the legs together. Lift the chest. Breathe. Just to take a rest, take your feet hip distance apart. Clasp the elbows, stretch up. Lift and lengthen. Exhale, keeping the legs firm, fold forwards. Lengthen through the back of the neck. Shoulders away from the ears. Breathe. Change your clasp of the elbows. Lifting up through the inner legs. Extend into the elbows. Extend through the spine, press into the big toes. Inhale, come up, lift up, and lower the arms. Now you're rested, let's do warrior one. Lift the chest. Take the legs wide, 4.5 to 5 feet apart. Have the legs firm. Now turn your palm so the little finger is higher than the thumb side. You should feel a really nice opening across the chest now. Raise the arms up, straight up. And then turn your left foot well in, so the heel can come out, and then turn the whole of the right leg to 90 degrees. So we're trying to get our hips square to the front edge of the mat. Now, if that's difficult for you, and it's difficult for most of us, we can come off the heel on the back leg, and then you have to press the knee back. So be really mindful of what's going on in that back knee. Extend into the inner knee, open the back of the knee as you exhale and bend your right leg down into a right angle. Sit deep into the pose. I like to think of my front leg sitting on a chair. So you can have your imaginary chair and sit your buttock bone on that chair. Stretch into the heel on the back leg, really pound through into that heel. Lengthening the calf, opening the back of the knee. Draw your ribs in a little and stretch the arms up more. Breathe. If you've got your balance, you can take the head and look up, but still keep the back of the neck long. Don't jam the back of your neck. Legs firm. Inhale, come up. Bring the feet to face forwards. Squeeze the elbows together. Lift up. Let's go to the other side. Turn the back foot well in. Turn the whole of the left leg to 90 degrees. Turn the hips and turn the trunk. Now, plug the tailbone down towards the ground, if that makes sense. So the tailbone is almost tucking down. Turn the hips a little bit more so they're square to the front edge of your mat. Okay? And now, bend your left leg. Coming off the heel of the back leg if you need to. Squaring the front leg. Tucking the tailbone down and lifting the arms to raise the side ribs. Press into that back foot more and more. Press into the heel. Look up towards the ceiling if you've got your balance, and if you haven't, just stay looking forwards. Stretch those arms. Tailbone down. Lengthen through the back of the neck to look up towards the ceiling. Don't jam the back of the neck. If you've got compression there, just bring the face and look forwards again. Inhaling, come up, straighten through the left leg. Bring the feet to face forwards. Lower the arms to shoulder height. And then jump the legs together. Stand tall. Take some breaths. So the body's warming up now. Lift up. Stretch the arms down, legs firm. Let's do warrior one more time. Raise the arms and jump. Lift the trunk. Turn the palms. Raise them up. Stretch up. Turn your left foot well in. Turn the whole of the right leg out to 90 degrees. Stretch into the heel of the back leg. Lift and lengthen through the front body, through the back body. Exhale, bend the right leg into a right angle. Inhale, look up towards the ceiling and sit in your pose. Stretch the heels. So the front heel is really pressing down into the ground. Back heel is extending back. Open through the back of the knee. Relax the face. Soften the throat. Release the tongue. Inhaling, come up. Come to center. To the other side. Back foot turns well in. Whole of the front leg turns out. Exhale, bend the left leg into a square. Lift through the trunk and look up towards the ceiling. Breathe. Tailbone down. Side waist long. Relax the tongue. Squeeze the elbows. Couple more moments. Stretching into the heel of the back leg. Inhale, come up. Bring the feet to face forwards. Lower the arms to shoulder height. And then jump the legs together. Stand. Tadasana. Lift the kneecaps. Okay, Adho Mukha Svanasana, dog head down. So you're going to come to the back edge of your mat. You're going to lie on your tummy. Place your hands just below your shoulders. Spread the fingers, have your middle finger coming directly forwards. Stretch into the heels. Come up onto your knees. And then pressing into the hands, lift your hips high. And then stretch through the backs of the legs. Come into a good dog head down. So remember what I said about the spinal extension. Let the head hang and press the hands in as much as you can, taking the hips away from the waist, away from the shoulders, pressing the hands, stretching the arms away from the shoulders, but also pushing back. So there's two-way action. Open through the backs of the knees and extend into the heels more and more. Breathe. So I want you to look forwards, bring the shoulders over the hands, over the wrists, press into the heels so the legs are really firm. So we come into a plank. From here we're going to move into Chaturanga Dandasana. Take the tailbone down, draw the ribs in a little and look forwards without jamming the neck. Exhale, bend the elbows, Chaturanga Dandasana. Press into the hands, work the legs. Keep the legs working really strongly. Breathe. And exhale, release. You're now lying on your tummies, ready for Shalabhasana, which could be one of my favourite poses. So if you'd like to, if you're not sure, if you've never done Shalabhasana before, I'm sure you have, I would like you to just draw the abdomen flesh forwards on both sides so you feel a nice space through the front of the body, and then bring the ribs away from the hips a little bit more. So you've got a nice long length through the front of the body, okay? Now from here, I'd like you just to bring the big toes together, but let your heels flop out to the side. Rest your head down and feel the quality of the action that's going across the buttocks. Now, if that doesn't make sense, if you bring your heels together, as you bring the heels together, you'll feel your buttocks and the thighs rolling in. Now, that's fine, but what happens eventually if you kept that movement going is that the buttocks clench and it becomes too hard around the buttocks and the lower back area. So the direction we want to keep spreading across the buttock crease, and if you flop your heels back out to the side, you'll feel that that area, that crease, is now moving from the inner edge of the thigh towards the outer edge of the thigh, okay? We need to maintain that sense of space. So from there, just stretch your legs back one at a time, just along the floor, not too high. That's it. And now as you lie there, feel how the back feels. There's no compression. Feels nice and long. The tailbone, can you connect that down towards the floor? So you're going to press your pubic area down towards the floor. And you'll feel that will make the body respond even more. And there's a bit of support now around the waist area. From there, take your hands back and press the backs of the hands into the ground. Now as you press the backs of the hands into the ground, resting your forehead on the floor, feel how the shoulders move. They roll away from the ears and the shoulder blades start to move deep into the back. Now press the tops of the feet onto the floor also, lifting the kneecaps away. So we can feel our limbs wanting to move away from the floor. So with that, and on an exhalation, exhale, raise the arms in line with the shoulders and raise the feet up. Shalabhasana. Extend through the big toes, but without gripping the buttocks too hard. Roll the shoulders back. Can you stretch the feet back more? Breathe. And exhale, come down, take a rest. So that's the first one. Again, roll the shoulders back, taking the shoulders away from the ears, feeling the shoulder blades move into the back. Press into the tops of the feet, thighs become firm, knees have moved away from the floor. Exhale, raise the hands, raise the feet. Extending through the spine, lifting through the chest, making sure the lower back feels free, spinal muscles feel strong. Open through the backs of the knees. Lift the hands higher, shoulder blades deep into the back, throat soft, gaze soft. One more breath. On your next exhale, come down. Rest.
One more time. Roll the shoulders. Press into the feet. Press into the hands. Inhaling. Exhale, come up into the pose. Stretch the arms. Stretch the legs. Curve the spine. Keep the gaze soft. And feel the quality of this small, strong back bend. The firmness. Remind yourself not to grip too hard. Keep the arms working strongly, legs working strongly. And exhale, come down. Take a couple of breaths. We're going to move on to Dhanurasana, the bow. So this time, what you're going to do is you're going to stretch your legs back a little more. Getting good space, making sure you feel comfortable. And then you're going to bend up your legs. So if you're not sure, if you watch the first one, we'll be doing it 3 times. I'll be doing it 3 times. You can do it 2 or 3 times. It's up to you, you know. Okay, so you're going to go back and grab your ankles. Now, if it's tricky to grab your ankles, I would go for the difficult one first and then go for the easy one. Okay? Now, from there, you want to extend up into your big toes and you just hold. Now, the direction is to press the feet into the hands. Don't try and pull with your arms. If you pull with your arms, you'll become very forward and that makes the body, the front body, very heavy. So you actually need to use your legs more, okay? So start to push the feet into the hands and just let the body soften and follow that movement. And as the legs come up, so the body will come up. Keep extending into the big toes, lifting up through the chest, but just through the work of the legs and the grip of the arms. Exhale, come down. Relax the face, rest the forehead. Tailbone down again. Pressing into the hands. Pressing into the feet, holding on with the hands. Extend up into the big toes. And then push the feet into the hands. More and more the ankles into the hands. Allow yourself to come up just a little bit higher. So the body's beginning to warm to this action. Try not to be tempted to rock. Try and stay very still and allow the softness of the abdomen to spread out through the arms, through the legs. And exhale, come down. If you wish to release your legs, you can just release them for a moment. But I'm quite lazy, if I'm honest, and it's quite nice to hold on to them. If you know you're going to do the pose 3 times, then you're there, you've got the grip already. But if you need to adjust yourself, please adjust yourself. So one more time. Extend the big toes up. Relax the eyes and release the tongue. So we're coming into it softly. No gripping of the teeth or the jaw. Following your next exhale, press the feet into the hands, raise the legs up. Point the toes up towards the ceiling. Really take the big toes up, 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 up. Open through the chest. Keep working the legs. And exhale, release. Release the arms, relax the legs. Just place your hands one on top of the other and rest the head down just for a moment. So there should be no compression in your spine, no squashing of the spine, no pinching, no gripping in the lower back. All of these poses to bring freedom and extension and strength. So from here, we've done our Adho Mukha Svanasana, dog head down. So let's move into Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, dog head up. So stretch your legs back, power through the legs. Press the tops of the feet onto the floor and just step your hands back so that they are behind your shoulders. All right, and then place your chin on the floor. Now, if chin is uncomfortable, you don't like it, you can always go to forehead. Roll your shoulders away from your ears and feel how the shoulder blades move in towards the spine, and deeper, the tips of the shoulder blades move deep into the back. Now follow that movement and imagine that your shoulder has a little pulley on it, and the pulley goes up and over the shoulder and down towards the elbow. So the direction of the skin is moving this way and moving away from the ears. Don't let the shoulders roll forwards as you come into this pose. Okay, so before we go up, just lift the chest, work the legs and roll the shoulders away from the ears, feeling that the skin on the back of the arms is moving down towards the elbows. Yeah, get a good lift, squeeze the elbows in, let yourself slide forwards a little if you can, and draw the chest through the arms. Look directly forwards for the first one. Breathe. Pressing into the feet, pressing into the hands, lift the chest more. Make sure that the base of the palm, between the thumb and the index finger, is connected. Draw the shoulder blades deep into the back, open through the backs of the knees, and exhale, lower yourself down to the floor. Okay, next one. Same thing, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Tops of the feet connected, knees firm, tailbone digging down. Inhale, come up. Allow yourself to slide through if you need to. Keep the legs straight. Pressing the knees away from the floor. Pressing into the hands, curving the spine. If you want to extend the spine more, turn the head, look up towards the ceiling. Keep the throat soft. Shoulders away from the ears, shoulder blades deep into the back. And exhale, come down. Lowering yourself down to the floor, releasing the legs, and if you need to release the hands, take a little rest. There's something divine about the rest between the back bends. The brain feels very clear and the body feels very soft. Okay, one more time. Place the hands either side of the ribs, legs together. Work the legs, press into the tops of the feet. Inhale, lift up, taking the thighs away from the floor. Pressing down into the hands, curving the spine, lifting the face towards the ceiling. Open the chest. And exhale, release. Lower yourself down. Release the hands. Rest the body. Okay, we're going to come up onto our knees and we're going to do a pose called Ustrasana. So just press into the hands and lift up. Now, if at any point through this practice you feel the need to stop, please, you can stop whenever. So I'm going to demonstrate from the side, but what I'd like you to be mindful of is the legs, okay? If you come in together, this is as strong as you can get for Ustrasana. This is a very tight back bend, okay? So ideally, especially if it's the first one, have the knees hip distance apart and then be mindful of what's going on in the feet, because I know we've got the weight coming down into our knees, but we also need the legs connected, and when our hands make contact with our heels, this will take the weight down, but just know that you need the whole of the shin extending away from the knee as well, and the feet going straight back. The tendency is that feet want to do this. This is sloppy. This changes the work in the backs of the legs. So we need to keep the feet coming back directly. Dig the little toes into the ground and dig the big toes into the ground. Okay? So here we've got our hips, we've got our knees, and we've got our feet stretching back directly. You're going to put your hands, so the thumbs are in on the waist and the fingers come around the rim of the pelvis. Now, before we go back, just draw the elbows together, lift up through the chest. So we're getting, again, did you see my spinal extension? I'll do it one more time, watch. Elbows together, lift.
buttocks are soft, tailbone, keep it plugged down, lift and lengthen through the front body, and just take the face to look up a little. Squeeze the elbows, and then come back to center. So it's a very small back bend, yeah? Now moving towards Ustrasana, if you keep the face looking forwards, squeeze the elbows, lift the chest, keep the legs firm, feet digging in, allow the body to just a little, feel where you're moving to, where you're moving from. Legs firm, feet firm, toes spread. Squeeze the elbows more, inhale, come up. When you come out of Ustrasana, always lead from the breastbone, because this will allow your body to come up. Try not to do it with the head, because the head's very heavy, so don't initiate the action there. I find it much easier moving, for me, moving from the chest. Now the full pose. If you're not sure, again, watch this first one. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, curl the body back, squeezing the elbows together. Keep the face looking forwards. Go to your maximum. When you're ready, when you've got there, release the arms and find your feet. Once you've got your feet, if you feel comfortable to take the head back, release the head back. Open through the front. Inhale, come up. So you release the hands, leading from the breastbone, come up, and then look forwards. Feel what happens. Your hands at the moment are probably facing your thighs. Turn the palms out. Feel how that extends the spine. Bring the hands back onto the hips, fingers on the rim of the pelvis. Squeeze the elbows together. Lengthen. So the spine feels long now, the legs feel grounded. Exhaling, curve back. When you get to your maximum, release the hands. Press the heel of the hands onto the heels of the feet, fingers pointing towards the toes. Lift the chest. When you're ready, inhale, come up. Moving from the chest, look directly forwards. Tailbone down, front body open. One more time. Bring the hands to the hips. Press the thumbs forwards, lift and lengthen through the front body, squeeze the elbows, curving through the spine. Curving through the spine, legs firm, release the hands to the feet, and release the head back. Now lift the chest, press into the hands, dig the little toe down, spread the toes. When you're ready to come out, come out. If you want to stay a little longer, stay a bit longer. Relax the face and release the tongue. Inhale, come up. Relax the shoulders. Bring the knees together, feet together. Exhale, sit down. Rest the hands on the thighs. Take the tailbone down. Sit for a moment. Relax the abdomen. Interlace the fingers, push the palms away, stretch the arms up. So we're lifting the ribs off the hips. Release the hands, change the interlace, push the palms away, stretch the arms up, Vajrasana. And exhale, release. Coming through, I want you to sit down. You're going to lie on your back. So we're going to do Setu Bandha or Chatushpadasana, it's otherwise known as. Again, we're not using any props. It's very similar in the shape to Ustrasana, in the way the hands and the body responds to what's going on in the arms and the legs. So check, first of all, before we lie back, that your feet are even, okay? And then you can move your bottom in towards your heels. Let yourself come back onto your back and let yourself release the sort of the spine down. Don't be tempted to pull the knees in, Okay, again, if you're ready to stop the back bend practice, stop. But if you want to keep going, you've got a couple more back bends to do. If you're stopping, just lie on your back and gently, one at a time, draw the knees in towards your chest. Otherwise, here, we're on our backs, the lower back feels nice and broad, and I would like you, first of all, just to take hold of the sides of the mat. Okay, if you're not sure, then just watch the first demonstration again. I'll do it 3 times. You can do it twice or 3 times. So as you press into the back of your head, you'll feel the spine will want to come away from the floor. As that happens, just roll the shoulders down to get the deltoids, that fleshy part of your arm, down. Okay, keep the gaze soft, and then lift the chest away from the hips, pressing the arms down into the floor. We're still holding our mat, okay? Dig the heels down, exhale, lift the hips, curve the spine, Setu Bandha. So it's quite a long, broad one. Again, keeping space within the lower back, opening the chest, working the legs. So the knees should remain over the ankles or moving in a little. Don't let the knees flop out to the side. And exhale, come down. If you want to challenge yourself a little bit more, carefully move both feet in, or evenly move both feet in, I should say. Lift the chest. We've made the space smaller. You don't have to move the feet. Lift up. Tuck the tailbone through. Roll the shoulders deep into the back. Press the arms down into the floor. Breathe. Do not turn your head when you've lifted the hips. If you get pain in your knees, release yourself down and step your feet away a little. And exhale, come down. Take some breaths. If you want to walk the feet in again, just to challenge yourself a little bit more, step the feet in one more time. And if you want to sort of either stand on your hands so the palms face up, this will increase the work, or you can even try and grab your ankles. Not if you suffer with your knees. Okay, you leave that one today, please. And then you lift up through the hips and come into Setu Bandha. Breathe. Opening the chest, squeeze the knees towards each other, long toes, weight in the heels. Relax the face, press the arms down. And release. Okay. Take some breaths. From here, we're moving into Urdhva Dhanurasana. So you're going to take your arms again. If you want to roll onto your side and sit up and watch, then do that for the first one. Take your arms up and stretch them over your head. Bending in the elbows, the hands come so that they face towards the fingers, point towards your toes. The elbows are over the wrists, feet are well connected into the floor. Now, when you exhale, just press into the head just a little bit because the chest has to lift, the tailbone has to lift, and you have to come onto the crown of the head. Okay? So from there, exhale, press into the hands, press into the feet, come onto the crown of the head. Squeeze the elbows towards each other. Connect down into the hands, press into the feet, straightening through the arms, lift up. Open the chest, work the legs, tuck the tailbone through towards the knees. And exhale, bend the elbows. Come onto the crown of the head, then release the head down and lie back down. So some of you remember doing this when you're at school, like primary school. It's a very free, open back bend. It's lovely for when you need re-energizing.
Okay, again, if you want to just release the hands, let them relax a little. And stretch the arms back over the head. Bend the elbows, place them onto the shoulders, fingers pointing towards the toes. Press into the hands, press into the feet, come onto the crown of the head, exhale, come up. Then pressing into the hands and the feet, straighten the arms, straightening through the legs. Relax through the back of the neck. Keep the face soft. Release through the buttocks, power through the thighs. Now you might find that you feel the need or the desire to walk the feet in a little. Just step them in a little bit and then see how that feels. And then rework the legs. Lift up through the arms. And then exhale, bend the elbows, come down. Release the arms to the side and just see how. Okay, last one. Stretch the arms up and over your head. Extend through. So the arms feel nice and long. Bend the elbows. Place the hands below the shoulders. Squeeze the elbows in. Step your feet in. Okay, now without or trying to stop the elbows from moving away from each other, press into the feet, come onto the crown of the head. Keep the elbows moving towards each other. Keep the knees moving towards each other. Keep the buttocks soft. Press down into the hands, press into the feet, lift. If you take your gaze and look towards the hands, that'll increase the backward bend. If you wish to walk the feet in a little more, walk the feet in a little more. But still work the legs. Do not lose your leg work. Lift. Tailbone through. Breath soft. Relax through the back of the neck. Exhale, step the feet away, bend the knees, come down. Just rest there for a moment. Relax through the lower back. Just allow the lower back to make good contact with the floor. Feels nice and long. From here, gently draw your right leg in towards your chest. Let the leg soften, relax, and then release. And then the left leg. And relax. See how it feels. And then both legs just very gently, one at a time. Don't pull them in tight. Lift through the chest so the spine feels long. The knees aren't being pulled in, it's just allowing the abdomen to soften. Place the feet back on the floor. Bring the legs together. Stretch the arms out to the side. Gentle twist. Knees to the left. And come back to center. Knees to the right. And come back to center. Back to the left. And to the right. Bring the legs back to center. Bend the knees over the chest. Knees to the left. Trying to keep the right shoulder down. And come back to center. And to the right. And back to center. center and to the left. And come back to center and to the right. And come back to center. Without wriggling off your mat, come to the top of the mat. Stretch out through the arms and just stay there for a moment. Feel how the legs are responding, how the lower back has responded. Okay. Now just press into the feet, tuck the tailbone through a little, so we're creating length, and then place the tailbone back down. And then let the lower back find its natural curve. Place the hands either side of the hips, tucking the shoulder blades under. And then gently, without lifting the feet, press the thighs away to stretch the leg out. And the second side. Relax the abdomen. Relax the shoulders. Release the legs. Allow yourself a couple of moments here. And just to allow the spine to have a little bit of forward extension, you're going to come into Adho Mukha Svanasana. So roll over. So the opposite of Adho Mukha Svanasana. Press into the hands, work the legs. Just gently stretch back into the heels. So we're doing, I suppose, the counter pose of the backward bends. We're letting the spine lengthen. Work the legs. Work the arms, rest the head. And then bend the knees. Bring the big toes together. Adho Mukha Virasana. If you're ready to come into Balasana, the child's pose, make sure the neck's comfortable, the back's comfortable, and just release the hands, either sides. Allow the back to soften, hips to feel heavy, legs to feel soft and quiet. Relax the face, release the tongue. Inhale, sit up. Bring the legs together, knees together. Sit tall. And then if you're ready to take your Shavasana, your relaxation, come back to lying down. Have your legs coming directly forwards. Check the center line, pull the buttock flesh out to the side. Lie yourself down. You'll roll over the tailbone, take the shoulder blades deep into the back. And here, rest as long as you need.